Okay, welcome back. We're going to do a little bit of editing of our header now. We're going to look at changing the color of our header and just repositioning. So instead of it being left aligned at the moment, which you can see up here, we're going to make it right aligned. So for one of those, we're just going to use a dialog box inside of Dreamweaver, and the other one we're going to edit directly in the CSS. So good chance for us to try a few different ways of achieving the same results. The first thing I want to do is just change that to that header from black to a white color. So if we go over to our CSS panel, you'll see that one of the rules over here is header, and we're in header, and there's only two headers, and the top header refers to the div, which is the container that a header sits in, and you can see the second one, which is header h1. That refers to any text, if you like, inside of that header div that has been given the h1 tag. Now we know when we highlight that, if we go across to our source code, and I highlight it again, you can see that that text has been given the h1 tag. So if we work with that CSS rule over here, it's going to affect directly that heading. So let's go over to header h1, double click on it, and first of all it opens up for us in the type, which is where we want to be. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to change the color, and you can see down here the color is listed there, nice and easy. We want to change it to white, so we'll just use that little box, change it to white. You'll see it'll give the hexagonal code of FFF. We press apply, and if I move out of the way, you can see that our header color has changed to white. Fantastic. Nothing's changed over here in the HTML, so let's go to the CSS. You can see there's an asterisk there, so you know that something's changed there. Let's find it, header h1. There it is there. Okay, let's put that color FFF in, so anything that's a header 1 inside that header div is going to get that color. Well done, you've changed the color. That's one thing we want to change. Now I want to align it over onto the right hand side. Now I'm going to do that directly in the CSS this time rather than go to the dialog box. So I'm clicking at the end of where it says color FFF. I'm going to press enter to get a new line, and I'm going to put one in called text align. You can see as I start typing, anything that comes up basically sits there in the little box there. And you can double click on those and it'll just pop it in for you. So it's put in text align for me. I'm going to put space, and it says, all right, if you put text align in, you might want one of these things here, which I do. I want text align right, so I double click on that one and I put a semicolon at the end, and hopefully I'm done. Now you know that it hasn't actually moved across because we haven't saved anything yet. The style CSS is still up there, and I haven't clicked over in this box. So let's press Control S to save our CSS file. Let's click over here. Beauty, you can see that it's lined up over on the right hand side. Fantastic. Now while I'm in here, I might just change what that name is, and I might call it Glenn's Bio Site. Okay, so Glenn's Bio Site's going to be my heading. I'm going to save that file, so I'm just saving my index.html file by pressing Control S. Now you can use that same technique for any of the text in any of your boxes if you want to change something. So I'm only going to show you that what we did in the header just there. I'm not going to do it for every single bit of content, but if you want to change the color in your content area or somewhere else, you can use the same techniques. Okay, well done.